Hey, good morning, everybody. It is TGIF Friday, and I will admit it's about 5, almost 6 o'clock in the morning. You might be wondering why I'm up so early. Well, let's just put it this way. When you have your mom on vacation from her schooling, from her teaching, if you will, and you have your nephew on vacation who's only 8 years old, and he's, like I said, on vacation from school, it's an entirely different environment. Anyway, I thought I'd kind of talk about a little bit about, well, a little wrestling news here, a little some stuff that people are kind of talking about a little bit. Now, now I didn't see TNA Impact Open Fight Night tonight or last night. That was my fault. Um, but I did see the highlights. I did actually see some of it. Somebody had uploaded it onto the YT, so and that's not in parts, but the full show of last night's Impact. So I was able to watch it there, and some people kind of have mixed reactions about it. Some felt it was good, some felt it wasn't. Um, to me, I think honestly, Impact, TNA, I think they're doing the best they can right now. I mean, they probably realize WWE just by watching the product of WWE's product that WWE is kind of like in a flux right now. Like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Um, with TNA, I definitely see they're trying their best to really make this 10th year that of their existence, really special. Um, as far as certain news items coming out of there, a lot of people are looking at, we had the knockouts kind of basically focused on a little bit. You had the gut check knockout edition. Basically, you had Tara and this Tyler Hendricks or whatever her name is, facing each other, and Tara of course wins, but this Hendricks girl seems to have some spunk in her, so I think she may get a contract. It may not happen, but I got a feeling she may get one. Because I can definitely see she's got a bit of personality that might carry over to, getting a chance to shine. As far as Mickey James goes, yeah, I can think it's understandable for TNA to probably want to turn her heel eventually. You know, she wants to be, I guess, as the synthesis put it, or the live ongoing results put it, wants to be the best women's wrestler in the world, and the only way she could do that is becoming a 2-time TNA Knockouts champion to add to her resume. So we'll see if they go in that direction. I mean, some people say that they pull the trigger and and it works, and sometimes they say they're hesitant in pulling the trigger. Well, let's take a look at the roster of knockouts right now, guys. The knockouts division, I think, you don't see Angelina Love that much right now. I don't know why. Well, I'm pretty sure it's because she's in India right now. Rosita, Sarita, I don't know what's going on there. Madison is the only one. Gail is a heel, so you have Madison and Gail. I don't know where they're going with that. Tara might be the next one, but I don't think so after we saw the end of the match. So I think right now, from an equal status, if you will, you got more babyface knockouts than you do heelish knockouts. So I think the biggest option right now is to probably turn Mickey into a heel if you want to get that belt around her. But we'll just have to wait and see if TNA decides to pull the trigger. Uh, as far as the BFG series goes, hopefully they do stand by what they said they're going to do this year by allowing it just to be like one match all the time and just 11 matches and that's it, and hopefully we get a true winner out of that. I mean, a lot of people I know are assuming that it's going to be James Storm, and it just might be, so, who knows. But we'll just have to wait and see, but I think it's a better concept. I'll be honest with you, it's a better concept to do one match each and, just make it 11 matches and that's it. So, we'll just have to wait and see exactly what occurs with that. Hopefully they do stay true to the BFG series. As far as Austin Aries relinquishing the title on the condition that whoever the X Division champion is, they always get a shot at the world title at Destination X going forward. To me, I've always felt that Austin has this ability to be a main eventer. Now, honestly, I don't know if they'll put the championship on him at Destination X. And if they do, it might just be for maybe a week or so, maybe a month, and then he'll lose it back to Bobby Roode. But yeah, I definitely think Austin's earned the opportunity, and I think he's earned the right to have a little stroke in that company by saying, hey, look, if I have to relinquish this, let's make it a tradition to where every year at Destination X, whoever the X Division champion is, they get a shot at the world title. Because when you think about it, originally, before the television championship came to be, the X Division champion was always considered number one contender officially. So it kind of makes sense. So I think that's a good idea. Again, I don't know if they're going to pull the trigger and say, hey, let's put the belt on Austin, even if it's for a month or so or a week. We'll just have to wait and see. As far as Abyss and Bully Ray go, I've got a feeling that's going to lead to another Monsters Ball match. Either probably at Hardcore Justice. I mean, that's the closest you can get right now. I mean, you got Destination X in July, so Hardcore Justice in August is probably the best option for them to finally have a final confrontation and really go hardcore. Because I think that's what they're building towards. I think they're building towards Abyss and Bully Ray. Probably, I'm not saying it's 100% true, but the way this is being built, they're probably going to climax it with a barbed wire massacre match. I could be wrong, but the way it's being built up as, it could be barbed wire massacre, either at Hardcore Justice or at Bound for Glory. It's going to be one of them. As far as the segment, the main event segment, as some people put it, of AJ and Dixie and Daniels and Kazarian and this pregnant woman, this Charlie. Let me see if I can find out her name again. This pregnant lady, I guess. I don't know what her name is. Hold on for a second. Here we go. Okay, where is it? Here we go. Clara Lynch. And, I know some people watched that segment last night and they probably say to themselves, is this the way it's ending? Is this the secret? What's the deal? Well, it was either that or TNA goes through another, they're having an affair deal kind of situation. And I don't think those working in the backstage creatively with TNA are like, okay, look, we've seen this done in wrestling before with, there is an affair going on and they regret it, blah blah blah. Let's try something different. And I think this kind of works around the they don't say it, but it kind of works around the kind of like religious, Christianized Christianity, I think, of AJ's and Dixie's, willing to help people and being good people that they are. It also plays into the fact, because I think when you watch the backstage segments, you look at Kazarian and he's asking Daniels, he's got this look on his face, he's asking Daniels, who the heck is this? What's going on? Who the heck is this lady? Because Daniels is freaking out. So pretty much what it is, obviously, we find out it's a ruse, and more importantly, it was manipulated by not just Kazarian, but more so Daniels, because of why? Exactly, jealousy storyline-wise of AJ Styles. So, yeah, there's no doubt those two are going to have another match at Destination X and maybe down the road at Bound for Glory, but who knows? But yeah, AJ and Daniels, it's all about, basically the storyline is all about jealousy. It's all about, in my opinion, Daniels wanting to be the face and franchise of TNA. So, I don't know where they're going to go with this after next week's tag title match. If they're going to put the belts back on Kazarian and Daniels, I don't think so. But we'll see what happens. But to me, I thought, I have to agree with one of the people here at the PWI at Pro Wrestling Illustrated. I have to agree, it wasn't that bad of a segment. It could have been worse. And you got to understand, and you got to look at it from maybe a more realistic standpoint. AJ is a good person. I've met AJ Styles. I've met him in person. He gave me a nickname as the man of 1,000 questions, or the man with 1,000 questions. I've met AJ, so I know he's a good guy. And the way Dixie's portrayed as a good person, so to me, I think this was probably the right decision for them to go in, whether anybody likes it or not. Yeah, it could have been, they could have gone in the whole direction of them actually having an affair and regretting it. But I think this was better, more kind of down to earth, more realistic in some sense. Because there are people that will help others out there. So that's just my thoughts on TNA Impact last night, and what I saw through the highlights and through what one person uploaded onto the YT full show and everything. As far as WWE goes, we do know that Vicky Guerrero, if you don't know this, is going to be the general manager next week, interim. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen there. People are pretty much assuming she's going to give Dolph a championship match on Monday and Friday. That could happen, but then again, you never know. I think it's going to be interesting to see what she does. Because I'll be honest with you, I'd be surprised to see Teddy Long being happy with the fact that even if it's just for a week, that she's back in charge. That he'd rather have her in charge than John Laurinaitis. So that's really interesting. That's something to look forward to and be interested in. As far as Randy Orton goes, the news coming out of this is that Randy Orton is still going to be pushed. Yeah. Randy Orton right now, as many of you probably know, if don't know, is on suspension for his second violation of drug abuse of the wellness policy. So even when he comes back from this second violation, he's still going to get pushed to the moon. He's actually acknowledged his frustration with WWE Creative and trying to tell them that, hey, I work better as a heel than I do as a babyface. But right now, according to several sources, the reason he's still going to be portrayed as a babyface is because they don't have many top babyfaces on SmackDown right now or representing the SmackDown brand and all that. So Randy's the best choice right now, whether he likes it or not. So we'll see. Sorry, I hit the mic there. But we'll see exactly where they go from here with it. I mean, they do have a point. I mean, Randy, he gets pops all the time. Everybody cheers this guy every time he comes out to the ring. So, I have no doubt that when the time's right, if he's still with the company, that he'll go heel eventually down the line. But right now, like they say, they're kind of in need of major baby faces, and Sheamus is still working his way up to that position. So we'll see what occurs. Um, but yeah, as far as WWE goes, that's the only news we know of. I mean, Jericho's countdown ends this weekend, and he returns on Monday. So that's going to be something to look forward to. I got a feeling he's going to end up in a feud with Cena. I don't know why. I just do. I just got this feeling. And don't be surprised if Big Show probably, he says he wants to be Money in the Bank. We don't know if he means the match or he just wants to be part of Money in the Bank. But don't be surprised if Big Show goes after Punk or Sheamus this Monday. Don't be surprised by that. But yeah, as far as WWE goes altogether, that's not much coming out of it. I mean, John Laurinaitis is supposed to, storyline-wise, contractually finish up all his dates and everything with the company. That's the only thing going there. And apparently WWE has signed independent women's wrestler Buggy Nova. So I guess that's good. And it looks like they're going to be probably signing Amazing Red along with Alex Shelley as well down the line in the very near future. So, oh yeah, and if you're a Mason Ryan fan, apparently Mason is competing in FCW again. What happened is they had this house show on the 20th and an armory, and which wasn't sold out, which wasn't the best attendance for that. And apparently, Mason was competing on that show, so we'll see what happens with him there. But yeah, that's just about my thoughts on what's going on with WWE as well as TNA. So if you got any comments, let me know down below, and I will talk to you all later.